Well, Annette, I mean, it's significant just for the sheer size of this that's been known as a maxi trial. It lasted 3 years. They even had a specifically constructed bunker courtroom with very tight security to deal with the more than 350 defendants, 400 lawyers, and some 900 witnesses that were heard. It's the biggest blow to date to this particular powerful organized crime syndicate known as the Ndrangheta, and it focused on the Vibo Valencia region in Calabria, in particular the Mancuso clan of the Ndrangheta. Now, it's the first time that this trial has also seen non-mafia members being put forward as defendants. I mean, a police officer, a mayor, local councillors, and even that former MP that you also mentioned. And even the raids that were conducted to come to the bottom of this in 2019 was one of the biggest operations at the time. And the investigators collected some 24,000 wiretaps and intercepted conversations. It's important to note that there were turncoats as well, former members of the mafia clan who turned to become state witnesses, a fairly rare occurrence with this particular branch of the mafia, the Ndrangheta, because they are known to have deep blood ties. And so they were virtually impenetrable in the past. But this time around, the investigators believe they have had that evidence that they need. It's important to note that this trial, though, is the first level. There are still 2 levels of appeal, and the undisputed boss of the territory, Luigi Mancuso, he's been removed from the list of defendants last year and will be seeing a separate trial for himself alone.
Seema, tell us a little bit more about the mafia in Calabria and the spread of its influence, which goes beyond the borders of Italy, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I mean, this is the Ndrangheta. Their roots are in the poor southern Italian region of Calabria, but they're found now in more than 40 different countries around the world. They have a near monopoly on the European cocaine trade, and experts believe that they contain some 150 Calabrian families, and they bring in some 50 billion euros annually. That's from drug trafficking, from siphoning off public funds, as well as extortion and other such criminal activity. They are known to be very brutal and have a stronghold on the territory that they control, involving using violent ambushes, shaking down local businesses. They're also stockpiling weapons. Some of the witness testimony talked about dead animals being left at the doorstep of those that tried to oppose them, as well as those many who opposed them being beaten up and their bodies, in fact, never being found. So really, it's a very violent organization. Those who have studied them say that while this maxi trial and the sentencing that we've seen happening is an important step, what really needs to be done is to boost the number of jobs in that region of Italy, boost education, and also to help the local people understand that the mafia and the Ndrangheta isn't really the way to go, and perhaps they should have more trust in local government and government as a whole.
Seema Gupta.